Hello everybody, I'm General Duke and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little bit different of a video for you. I just uploaded a video entitled Yu-Gi-Oh! Grade Format Tournament 1, and, well, I'm just gonna explain to you what the frick grade format is so none of you are confused while watching it. Like, it's just normal Yu-Gi-Oh! But, like, there are some underlying rules there that are a bit different. So here I've just got a little bit of a thing to show you exactly like what it is and like what it's gonna be and what differences from normal play. So first, great format. Why was it made? You see, Konami's last few ban lists have been how you say not enough, in my opinion anyway, and several other people that I am normally in talks with think that the last several ban lists, while yes, they hit certain cards, others have basically ignored the list entirely. And whether you think that that has to do with like money, like they want money, like to sell sets, or like it's just they don't want to murder decks, or you don't think that there's any problem with ban lists, that's fine. Me personally, though, and several other people around me, we just didn't really like it. So yeah, we wanted to make a format for the players, like the players control it. No more dumpster fires, haha. No more Mystic Mines, nothing like that. Um, and as you can expect, we all gentlemen banned Mystic Mine. Mystic Mine's out of the format. It's gone forever. Goodbye. You're never coming back. So difference from normal Yu-Gi-Oh! So the players actually choose the cards that get hit on the ban list. Currently in the tournament we had four-man tourneys. The bottom two get to hit cards, either upgrading them on the list, so taking them up a tier, say they're semi-limited, then they go to limited, or even from off the list to banned, they keep going up. And then downgrading, say they move from limit to semi-limit, or banned to limited, or even unlimited, respectively. And the severity of how bad you can do your bans and stuff depend on the card. If it's a super problematic card that shuts down a lot of decks or just like does stuff that not a single card should never do, well then you can ban it from the start. If it's a sort of yeah, this is bad, but like if we put it to 1, it won't be nearly as much of a problem, like miscellaneous source, you can only maximum limit it. And then if it's just you're kind of upset about it because you lost to it in a tournament and literally no other issues are found with the card and it's not a problem to anybody else, you can only semi-limit that thing. So yeah, I've got a little bit of a thing of a system in place here for it. And there is one thing, however. So downgrades differ from upgrades slightly. So if somebody would want to ban, like, unlimit Yatagarasu, that's fine, because currently Yata more than likely will not see competitive play and see tons of success, okay? So, okay, that's fine, you can unlimit it. However, if you want to unlimit Pot of Greed, that's not going to be taken with, like, just sitting down. You're going to have to get a server vote on that. And you also must get a certain population of the server to agree with unbanning said card, and a certain percentage of the server has to participate in order for it to even be validated. This is to prevent people from coming in the server and spamming, like, oh, I don't know, unban Pot of Greed. We don't want that. But cards like Harp Horror, you can just have the server you don't need the server participation, you just need the majority vote. Since, like, Harp Horror 2-1 is something that a lot of people want to try, so okay, we can try it. If it gets bad again, then somebody, if you want to ban it, then okay, somebody can reban it. Now, progress report. Currently, we've had 3 tournaments, only which one of has been made public. I've shown, and that's the 3rd tournament. The other 2 were tests, and they were just to get the ban list a little bit more beefier. The ban list a little bit of beef, so like there was more justification of showing it off to people. So the true first tournament, it was 4 participants, and it was normal Yu-Gi-Oh tournament that took place on October 1st, 2021. It used that ban list. And it included 2 rounds of Swiss and an extra round between 2nd and 3rd place to see who got to the finals, last spot in the finals, and then the finals. This is the same for all the tournaments since we've had 4 currently in it. And yes, it's not a lot, but we wanted to keep it a control sort of thing. 4 people was the good control. So the decks. Earth Machine, Time Thief, Tri-Brigade, Cyberdark, because this was when the Cyber style structure deck came out. Earth Machine, piloted by myself, got 1st place, followed by Time Thief, of all decks. Our boy Ven is like a huge Time Thief guy. He loves Time Thief. And then 3rd place is Tri-Brigade, a meta deck. So we did, in fact, have a meta deck in there, was playing Rescue Cat and everything. And then 4th place was Cyberdarks, who did not win a singular game. Now the hits. So Rescue Cat was semi-limited. Reason why we didn't, ban or limit Rescue Cat was because, yeah, Rescue Cat's great and all, but I mean, Tri-Brigade's super, super powerful cards come in the form of, Revolt or Shirag, that sort of stuff. And yes, what you're seeing I'm not lying to you, for the meme, Red Eyes Black Dragon, not Dragoon, Red Eyes Black Dragon, the normal monster, was banned. It's the first ever normal monster banned. And yes, this is legit. I am not joking. So, yeah. That's the summary of the first tournament. Now, we had the second tournament. Same as always. Like I said, 4 people. But now we had new banned cards. So, people couldn't play Dragoon. They couldn't really play... I mean, they could still play, freaking Tri-Brigade if they wanted to. Except, that's not what happened. So, we had 2 invoked. We had an invoked Dogmatica and an invoked Mech Knight. And then we had myself with Plant Link and then a Dragoonity, which is kind of Dragoonity Dragon Link. As you can see, invoked Dogmatica got 1st, followed by invoked Mech Knight, and then Plant Link, and then Dragoonity. So yeah, I went from being 1st place to 3rd place because of a singular card. And that singular card just so happens to be the one that I decided to ban. There can be only one. This card shut down my entire plant-based deck. So I decided it was a good enough time as any to ban there can be only one. And then the Dragoonity players hit was Divine Arsenal, Double Zeus, Sky Thunder, because it was way too generic in Xyz decks. Literally any Xyz deck that doesn't lock themselves in anything can make it. And even then, they can still make it on turn 2 if they don't lock themselves then. So they just decided, yeah, let's get this out of the format. It was banned. So yeah, that was tournament number 2. And finally, we have the 3rd tournament. The one that everybody can watch on my channel. It's the one that I posted previously. This tournament was different. You see, reason why I showed this one, not the others, was because the other 2 were just basically meta and rogue. Not really anything interesting happened in it. And this tournament, though, the 2 big problem cards on the form of Zeus and There Can Be Only One were banned. They were out. Dragoon wasn't really playable outside Dark Magician, and none of my people that I actually was around at that point really played Dark Magician, so I was confident. So I decided it was time. And please don't let me screw this thing up. The decks. Speedroid took 1st place. This is post-Synchro Storm. Followed by myself playing Spriggans in 2nd place. Time Thief, played by Ven again, in a 3rd place. And then a 6th Samurai player, getting 4th place. Yeah, that ain't really meta. This is all rogue decks. Every single last one of them are rogue decks. You aren't seeing any meta in this tournament. It is literally rogue decks. Taking out probably, I think, two cards was the thing that basically just got everybody to play rogue. I was already playing rogue to begin with, but like everybody else just decided, yeah, let's go back to rogue. So, hey, that's pretty cool. We finally got a rogue only tournament, which is, we didn't want it to only be rogue. Like, we still wanted, like, you know, the meta decks to be played. We wanted to give the rogue decks a better time to shine, if you will, which is why, like, you know, the Floodgates, the Dragoons, the Zeuses, they were hit. And speaking of the hits, here's the things that got hit this tournament. So, Utopic Draco Future was banned. But that's not all. For the first time ever, a card was not hit. It was actually downgraded. Yatagarasu was put back to 3. Because why the frick not? Let's see if this card can do something. We have Yata to 3. Yata to 3. Now, yeah, sure, I'm probably going to have somebody in the next tournament attempt to test Yatagarasu, but I mean, like, even if, like, nobody does test out Yata, Yata's back, everybody. Yata's back. And, yeah, people may think, like, it's a super big problem card and stuff like that in the wrong hands. Like, no, okay, I get that. But that's the entire premise of this. We're testing with the cards. We're testing what cards would be acceptable to take off the list. What cards can come off and maybe see some play. Those people who really want these cards to come off the list, and they think that they're not really much of a problem. Cards like Yatagarasu, for instance. A lot of people think it's not a problem, and I believe MBT's, what is it? More on ban lists. He puts Yata to 3 a lot of the times, because he says it doesn't do anything, and he even had, I think, a couple of the tournaments where, yeah, somebody did play Yata, like Shinobird Yata, and it did not win, it didn't do anything, really. So, if that says anything, Yata to 3! Sure, why not? But yeah, that was a third tournament, and currently, that's where we are today. Yeah, I try to host these tournaments every, like, 2 weeks or so. I'll have a link in the description for the Discord server. Yeah, it's a little dead, but, like, we have mostly an active VC on most of the days. Like, you'll normally have somebody in the VCs, normally at nighttime, because we do have stuff to do during the day. We used to be doing custom cards, and now I'm trying this thing to see how it's up. But yeah, with that, I think that I will just, end it all there. So yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, I'm Digital Duke, and hopefully, if you want to join, then come on in. We're welcome to most people, unless you're a degenerate. Play Mystic Bind, we are legally obligated to kill you. But yeah, other than that, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.